Hi, and welcome to the ArtsFam podcast. I'm your host, Renate Pommerenck, and usually I have my other host here with me, James Laporte, but life happens, we get it, so I'm going solo today. I haven't done that since I think it was the Christians at Hard Bargain, so anyways, bear with me. And every episode, y'all, we bring you an engaging interview with a local artist or entertainer right here in Southern Maryland that's part of something that you can enjoy this week, or I guess in this situation, next week. Today, we are here at the Port Tobacco Players, and I just saw their newest show, Airness, which if you're thinking Airness, what is that? I was thinking the same thing before I saw this show a few minutes ago. And yeah, we're about to dive deep, and it's gonna be everything. Okay, so without further ado, if we could just go around, introduce ourselves, what's your name, what character you play, or in your case, the lovely director.
I'm Amon Amal, also known as Golden Thunder in Airness.
I'm Tiffany Banding. I'm the director of Airness.
I'm Sunny Lee. I am playing Nina in Airness.
I'm Casey Cleary, and I'm playing Cannibal Queen in Airness.
Hi, I am Michael Burley Jr., and I'm playing Facebender in Airness.
Hiya, I'm Finn Koiber-Savage, and I play D. Vicious in Airness.
And then we have our little understudy rep here, just killing it. And also, she acted as my impromptu assistant to set all this stuff up. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's start with Ms. Director here.
Okay.
Because I'm watching this, and honestly, even before I sat down in my seat, just conversing with you guys, setting all of this up, I was like, this is a departure for Port Tobacco. Port Tobacco has done comedies, they did Chicken and Biscuits, and I'm blanking on others, but there's been comedies, right? But this is a level of unhinged.
Yeah.
It's true,
That's a word.
That, I would expect this kind of a show more with the really small theaters that we have here. So talk to me, how did we get Airness on this stage?
I actually know the playwright, Chelsea Mercantile.
Oh, okay.
I worked with her husband years ago at the Barter Theater.
Wow.
And in 2017, this show premiered at the Humana Playwright Festival in Louisville, Kentucky. That was the first time I saw it. I just went to support a friend, and I was like, and I left that show going, what did I just watch? It was the most amazing thing that I had ever seen, and a glimpse into this world that I had no idea existed.
Right?
But I just loved it so much, and I've probably thought about Airness every year since.
Speaking of, what is the story here?
So the story of Airness, it's about a group of people who compete in air guitar competitions. They do it for a lot of different reasons. They're just normal people, and I kind of think of it akin to finding your own weirdos.
Yeah.
And my group of friends, we are weirdos, but they're my people.
I mean, all the best people are, though,
exactly
right? Right?
And when you find them, they are your found family. They are your people that you can always turn to no matter what. And I feel like this show just encompasses that idea so well, and that's why I love it so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a bit trite, but they say, blood is thicker than water. But honestly, this show so highlights that, that's not always the case.
Yeah, that's actually a misquote. The full quote is, "The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb."
There you go.
Whoa. What? Okay. Thank you. That was a good one. I love that. Random facts. Yes, please. Okay. So I'm just going to go down the line because that's my brain. Okay.
What would you like to know? Amon, Golden.
Oh my God.
Either way.
Oh my God. Okay, guys. This man. He had me dying in my seat. I mean, just when you, he'd do one thing that you were like, God. And then he would just raise the bar. And then he would go again. And at that point, you could barely breathe. And then even when you were in the background of scenes, there was this like, I couldn't take my eyes off of you because there were these little subtle movements. Like at one point you're like trying to do tree and you can't. And you're trying your darndest and you're just like, come on. That's great. So talk to me about that. How do we get this stellar character with insane comedic timing, but like you don't make the character a farce? Like he is golden, you know?
So Golden Thunder, I know it's gonna sound out there, but Golden Thunder is one of those characters that just gets in you and takes over. You know, and it helps that I'm kind of close to that character. So,
Oh, okay.
And you can ask any of them. I am so, he's just really relatable to me.
Yeah.
So when I donned Golden Thunder, he allowed me to really step outside of my box to, well, what you saw. and it's so freeing to be Golden Thunder. And I just really want to thank Tiffany again because I was in Othello. I was understudy for Othello, and it was the greatest time of my life. But being able to turn into Golden Thunder and throw all that out of the window.
A little different.
It's so fun. I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know what else to say about Golden Thunder. He is magnificent.
Yes.
He is hilarious, and I need you to come see Golden Thunder for yourself.
Beyond
Come
explanation.
experience Golden Thunder.
Some of the costume choices. Anyway, seriously, guys, just yes. Okay, moving on down. Okay, I feel like, okay, this is definitely an ensemble piece, but you're like the closest to a leading lady for this ensemble piece. It was interesting because like, I'm watching you and I'm like, okay, she's very like outsider, like she's sympathetic. And then there's and I was like, well, okay.
Yup.
And then to see just that beautiful character arc blossom. And by the end, I am just cheering for her, like in my mind, because whatever. But I'm cheering for her and just like, it's so satisfying. Like I felt as an audience member that I was you, like I was experiencing it vicariously. So how do you connect with an audience to that point that they feel as though they're on the journey with you?
That's actually really interesting because that's how I got into Nina and how I really built her, because at the end of the day, Nina is the most normal out of all of them.
I mean, it's relative.
Normal, and definitely she grows with you. And I think Nina is a deep representation of, every regular person. Just as Tiffany said, we're all weirdos and you find your weirdo, but she is the process of finding the weirdo. Yeah. Exactly. We all know our awkward phases. We all know what it felt like to be a teenager and, be into weird stuff and people didn't like it. So you put yourself into a smaller box and you don't branch back out. But Nina, as she goes on that journey right there with them through everything, every competition and all of it. So to see her blossom through the show itself, it kind of really just wrote itself.
Yeah.
I want to say that connection and connecting to the audience is, I think they see her, from the beginning all the way up until her end, where it's a big shift. And they see that shift in themselves. And it's like when you go see a good movie and you come out and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm like an action star now. I can do anything. You really see yourself in her already in front of your face. So it just made it so much easier. And then feeding off of the energy of a crowd makes it 10 times better.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can feel that. So, this was a dress rehearsal that I was privileged enough to attend. And it was, just me sitting there and then, some of the behind the scenes folks. But even with that, the energy exchange was just, it was electric. So I can't even fathom what it's going to be when you guys have a full house.
Yes.
Right?
I'm so ready.
Right.
Yes.
And then I especially envision like the people that saw it once and they come back and they're like, oh, so this is the kind, okay. And they're in it when they come back. Like they come in costume maybe. And they're just like, yeah!
This is not the show to stand on ceremony. This is not the show to sit quietly like it's a library, okay? We need you singing, dancing, cheering, whatever, like all of it. Give us all of it.
It's very interactive. Think of it like a concert. I mean, it's a play with music.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you not dance?
Experience.
There you go.
Speaking of the music, was that like the stock music selections that came with the script?
Yeah, so the music that we have, with the exception of Curtain Call, was all listed as songs that we should use in the show.
Okay.
The cuts were not specific, so the cuts were something that I did along with the cast, and they had input in whatever I chose for them. But yeah, so those were all, and they've changed a couple with different iterations of the show. And in the future, if you ever see it 5-10 years down the road, may not have some of the same songs that we have. Who knows? But yeah, so it was really interesting to like have these stock choices, but then have to kind of come up with your own, well, where are the best guitar moments? Where can they really shine as characters with the songs that you're given?
Yeah. Knowing that you cut it yourself, like it's smooth. And like you hit it, yeah.
Okay.
The parts of each song that like makes like your soul sing whenever you hear it. Good job. Okay, moving on. Okay, so fun little tidbit. When I came out here to set all of my cameras up and everything, she walks out and I'm like, I don't remember her. Was she in the show? And then all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute. Wow, okay. So tell us about the transformation. Ms. Cannibal Queen.
Yeah.
What a name.
It takes a while because Cannibal Queen and I are pretty much opposites in a lot of capacity.
I sense it.
Yeah, so the hair, the makeup, none of that is my day to day. So it's a little shocking to see in the mirror sometimes. But yeah, her whole persona is so fun to play because she's not me. And so I really enjoy getting to be her because I get to be a completely different person and really step outside my comfort zone. My husband really encouraged me to audition for this show to kind of push myself to a new limit and a new boundary, and so I'm really glad that I did. It's a lot of fun.
100% she did. There was this like ferocious energy to you.
Oh, thank you.
I was just like, I'm a little scared. In the best way possible.
Yeah, that's what I was aiming for.
And so whereas like the energy here is like so different in like a great way, but like
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Acting.
Yeah. It's really fun to be her.
Okay, and then let's go on down over here. Okay, your character. So a little, just a quick, it's not a spoiler or anything. His character is he cries, but like genuinely while he's doing his air guitar.
So many feelings.
But then you also, on that same like note, you also have a moment where you get deep about your character's personal life. And we don't really get that with the other characters, really.
No.
And so I'm sure for you as an actor, that's a bit of a departure because like during rehearsals, everyone else is like, all right, guys, turn up the funny, y'all. And it was completely different. So what was that like?
So after reading the script the first time, my character has to drop his facade. And I felt like if I had to drop a facade, I got to have a whole different character coming out as Facebender versus, Mark Linder. So I go for a joyful, kind of very cheerful, kind of like surfer style Californian. And when I have to like go through my actual character, and it's mostly because of his job.
Yeah.
He has a very serious, kind of sad, depressing job. It's just harsh. So, and when I drop the facade and have to go back to my normal speaking, and I just try and bring the harshness more with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, oh God, yeah. During that monologue when you're like, explaining it, what it is your character does, I was just, I mean, first off, I didn't even know that was a thing. But then second off, I feel like it really shone a light on how beautiful a whimsical community like one that's created in this play is. It's this beautiful, unhinged escape from the harsh realities that we all have to face each and every day, which is another reason why you guys should come see this. The world is crazy. I don't think I need to go any further than that. And this, sitting in this theater, watching you guys just be silly gooses for like however long, 2 hours and some change.
The silliest of gooses.
Right. I was just like, this is what my soul needed right now. Thank you for that. All right. Last but not least.
And now for something completely different.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Talk about a villain.
Yeah. I wanted to get out of my seat and kick your, don't normally curse on this podcast, kick your ass.
Point.
I was like, what in the mail call Cassidy?
Yes.
Like, oh my God. So how? Because you seem like a decent person. Like, I don't know you well, but like you really seem like a decent person. So how do we get just straight up villain?
Good stuff. Yeah. So I think one of the things I really loved about this script was that it wasn't so black and white, right? It wasn't so this good guy, this bad guy, good guy, fight, bad guy. The end. It's really when you dig down deep into the personalities of each of the characters, a lot of them, except maybe Golden, have some not so great qualities about themselves, right? So, like the Nina isn't entirely perfect. She has her moments where she kind of gaslights people a little bit, and she is kind of mean, and whatever. And then like you'll see throughout the plot when you see the show that each of these people is so delightfully human in a way that I only ever really see in Shakespeare, which is kind of crazy. But moving back to kind of how I looked at things, so originally I was just like, yes, I get to play the bad guy. But then I read the script and I was like, oh, this guy's not a total bad guy. So the thing about D. Vicious is he's a guy who garnered a lot of success and has been ripped to shreds by the industry, is what I guess we'll call it. And he was ripped to shreds by the industry. He had a partner who constantly kind of made fun of him and, made fun of him to his friends, his parents. Like, he really was getting it from all sides. And the more I dug into his character, the more I realized, yeah, you know what? If I were going through all of that, I would probably be pretty pissed off too. So the way that I embody that villain is I feel like we've all had those moments in our lives where we feel like we can't do anything right. We have people around us maybe who are ridiculing us or criticizing us, and we just feel like we're getting it from all sides, and we just can't win, and we're really struggling, but we're also struggling to ask for help. And that was kind of the big realization with D. Vicious for me, is he is a profoundly hurt human being who feels like he cannot ask for help from anyone. And that is an extremely isolating place to be. And so a lot of the time, especially in a patriarchal society like this one, we end up pushing people away, right? As opposed to reaching out and getting the help we need. We just push. So really, like, D. Vicious's core intention for me wasn't necessarily to hurt anyone, it was to get people away from him by any means necessary, and to not let anyone into what was actually going on with him. So I allowed myself to sort of feel all of those feelings of frustration, of anger, of loss, of trauma that he's been through, and I just live through that with the goal of no one's gonna touch me. As long as no one gets too close, I'm safe. And so he, his villain era really is him saying whatever he needs to say to push people away. Every argument, every fight, every instance he gets into, he's saying whatever he knows will hurt that person the most to get them away from him. So I just sort of jumped into it that way, because if you just go into these things with like, yeah, I'm gonna be the bad guy and do bad things, you end up with something that's a little bit one-dimensional.
Yeah.
A villain in a story has to wholeheartedly believe that what they're doing is the only way this can be done. And so that was the big work for me, was trying to figure out why D. Vicious is the way he is. Like, how did he get here? And why does he feel like this is his only way to be?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I
that
talked
was
too much. I'm sorry.
No. Honestly, that was an excellent answer. That was just wow. Yeah. Wow. Insight. I'd love to hear about the actor's process and all of that. And yeah, now that you were talking about it, you
see it.
yeah, in the commercial that you watch, yeah, you
He's
see it happen.
horrendously traumatized by, and anytime he shows even an ounce of vulnerability in the script and tries to reach out and make a connection, the person either rejects it outright or makes it about themselves.
Yeah.
And so he just gets more and more frustrated as the show goes on. Like, I'm trying to get help, I'm trying to reach out, and everybody's just treating me like I'm this horrible human being. Fine, I'll become the monster you made me.
Oh gosh. Okay. Wow. I love it. I love it. Which explains why you were such a convincing villain. That I was just like, oh! So
I swear I'm not that much of a jerk.
okay. So on a little sillier note, I gotta know what rehearsals were like. Because as unhinged as it all is, like, where's the line between like, we're having fun and this is unhinged, and then you can go way too over and then it becomes just unbearable, right?
Right.
Or you can go under and it doesn't hit the mark.
Exactly. So I kind of just let them, I was like, here's your kind of music. Do a thing with it. We can figure out if you need help in a certain area, if you're like, I want to do a little bit more here, how do I do that? So at least with the air guitar solos in general, they just kind of had their own freedom. And I've gone in and been like, hey, that was really great. Let's bring it down just a little bit, or can I get a little bit more of that? I like what you're doing. I want to see it again. But let's up the ante a little bit. And it was the same in rehearsal. My directing process has kind of been, you guys feel out your space. This is what we're working with here. This is where we're going to be. You all fill out your space however you think your character would, and then we can make adjustments. Yeah. And we can, watching for sight lines, watching for, hey, this moment was really cool. Can you stand up and move on that? I think that'll be a little bit more powerful, or things like that. So it was real collaborative between me and them, me and my wonderful cast. And I think it was, I thought it went well. I mean, we have a pretty good show on our hands, so
Yes.
I think, they're the storytellers.
Yeah.
I'm just here to help them tell the story and highlight different areas of the story and what we need to focus on in this particular part, or this part over here, or whatever. But they're the storytellers. So they do the work.
Tiffany did something really great to help us. Is she brought in an air guitar champion.
And
so
I read about that on social media.
Yeah, and so when we got to witness what he does and have it come from him and describe his process, it helped me understand the reality that is in air guitar. And so then I felt more comfortable being the character now that I understood more about where it came from and why it is what it is. And I think that personally helped me immensely in this role, was being able to work with him. So
okay, so speaking of, is there someone who'd like to teach me a little air guitar?
Oh my
Some
God,
tips
I
and
would.
tricks?
golden.
One of these
Golden.
two, for sure.
Golden, and he didn't.
Golden.
I was gonna say,
So we make this a group effort together.
we did have a small air guitar competition at the Rad House last week, and somebody in my cast definitely took home first place.
What? Okay.
Killing it.
And you guys have another one coming up, right?
We do, yes. This
Okay.
coming Thursday at the Rad House, they will have another air guitar competition.
Starts at 7 p.m. and it's only $5.
And it's open to everyone.
September.
Oh my God.
Come on down.
Okay, so what do I need to know?
So it's like the first thing that really stuck with me was you never want to look like you're actually holding a regular guitar. You know, when you
Wait, what?
when you
Okay.
hold a guitar and you know it sits in your hand and you're really kind of playing like this.
Yeah.
Your hand this way doesn't read very well on stage.
Okay.
Biggest thing for me. So you want to curl inward and you want to play
okay.
like you feel like you're playing a big log.
Oh,
I
okay.
know. And you want to move your fingers. Sometimes it doesn't matter what your fingers are moving like.
Okay.
It'll read very well as long as you move on beat.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yep,
Move
so
on.
you want to move all of those. And what's your other?
And then going off of that, it's all about the show. You want
Okay.
to put on a show and you have to put your heart into it. So who are you and how do you show that to them?
Okay.
That's what you need to show.
Right, right. So like my favorite, and I was so disappointed when it wasn't one of the songs because it like came up in the script. I believe in a thing called love.
Yes. Yes.
That is just yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no. That lead singer, I don't know if you guys know much about The Darkness, but that lead singer, that is who I would channel. The like
I love
jumpsuit, plunging neckline,
Oh, yeah.
skin tight leopard
Yes.
print,
Yup.
just
And
yeah.
then that's what you bring to the stage.
Exactly.
Okay.
Same thing.
Ooh, this is
Squealing
okay.
excitement.
Because, yeah, no, when I was a little kid, I think I was like 11 or something, you know, YouTube was in its infancy. And I filmed myself play that funky music, White Boy. And unfortunately, it's still on the internet.
That's great.
And I was just like, and I look back and I'm like, oh, no. Okay, so what should I have been doing instead? So you said like this right here. What do I do with this hand?
You use that as your pick,
Oh, okay. okay.
or you can use your fingers to also move along.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
like that. Maybe
Yeah.
it's like a bass or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
you want to
okay.
stay more towards your hip
Oh,
because
hip,
you know
okay.
when you're on stage, if you
It'll
play it
look
right.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
I was like,
Yeah, you want to stay toward that hip on that side, and it will definitely play. It translates so beautifully on stage. You may feel really bulky and awkward up there, but it's so fun. Oh, it's so fun.
Also, I had a lot of fun deciding what kind of guitar I had.
oh.
Too.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Canonically, yeah.
What?
Yes. So, and a regular guitar is very one note,
Yeah.
right? But with an air guitar, you can make it whatever you like. Mine has wings.
What? Stop. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
Mine would be rainbow with sequins.
Yeah.
Okay. What's yours?
A spaceship. Because
Yes.
Nina's an alien.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, it'd be a spaceship. Yeah. And the beam of light is the neck of the guitar.
Yep.
And when you hit like the certain notes, it just goes
There
boom.
you go.
Oh my
You
God.
see it?
Okay. What's yours?
So I think mine would be black with like purple glitter on it.
Yes.
Yeah, just
I
look
love
very
that.
sleek,
Mm.
and also some rhinestones.
Oh
to-
yes.
Yeah.
I mean to
It's
match.
yours. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. What about you? What's the air guitar?
For me personally, just something full of like band stickers. Just 'cause just to show off stuff. I'm
Band
just
stickers.
very almost covered like in the graffiti kind of style.
Okay. Maybe a singular teardrop.
So Vicious, in my head, he uses what's called a flying V electric guitar. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's basically just a massive V-shaped guitar, and it is covered in spikes, like so many spikes, like a little porcupine with strings.
That's. I love
Very
it.
vicious.
I love it. Okay, honest, I could talk to you guys all day because this is so much fun. But I do have to go, and I'm sure you guys do. Lives, yeah. Ugh, adulting, it sucks. Ugh. So, I need you to tell me, well, all the lovely folks, tell them the
Yeah.
details. Where can they
All
get
right.
their tickets, dates, all of it?
All right, you can get your tickets for Airness at ptplayers.com, only from ptplayers.com. And we open September 19th and run through October 5th.
Okay, and then is that Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yep, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Okay, awesome. Anything else? I think we're good. I think, yeah. Okay, cool.
It's a lot of fun.
Come out and watch us slay Southern Maryland. We promise to melt your face.
You'll get it. I promise. You'll
All
get
right.
it.
As always, thank you so much, you beautiful human beings, for joining us on the ArtsFam podcast. We'll see you next time.